Right, Shalom. I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth through the Spirit, and peace and blessings on to the elect of the nation of Israel, which is us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We make up the biblical 12 tribes to the nation of Israel. This is the brother Abadia from the GMS Houston camp, and I'm here with a quick lesson, Lord willing. You know, our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the majority of them, they're in the wrong mindset. Okay? Now, there's one of the hot topics, or I'll say hot events that's going on here in Babylon the Great, which is America, all right, is this the protest. Okay, basically the protest. I'll just stick to the protest, not the rioting and the looting part, but I'll just stick to the protest part. You know, where Jake is protesting, basically they protesting Black Lives Matter, right? And then you have other Jakes and all those, or to be those same Jakes that are pushing to go and vote so that they can receive justice. So they're protesting, ultimately they're protesting for justice. They want justice for the heinous crimes that are being committed against the so-called, mainly the so-called Negro. Okay? And they're pushing, especially with these certain rappers and entertainers, to go out and vote. You know, probably your local radio station, so-called black radio station, is pushing to get out and vote so that, you know, they can get different politicians in office from the local level of government through the, you know, state level all the way up to the federal or whatever, so that they can change certain laws and get and have justice. Okay? Now I want to bring out a scripture real quick, because I mentioned in the start of this video that this is the mindset, or that our people are in the wrong mindset, and that the wrong mindset that they in, because being in that mindset of protesting and going to vote is not the right mindset to be in. Yet that's how the Most High set it up. He set up our people to be blind. Okay? And I'm going to read it. I'm going to prove it in a couple of scriptures real quick before I hit the main scriptures that's going to pertain to this lesson. So I want to get the book of 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, and I'm going to read start at verse 10 and read down some verses. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 10, it says, "And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish." Let me start up at verse 9. Verse 8. "And then shall that wicked be revealed." That wicked is talking about Esau, or the Edomites, which is the so-called white man. Okay, it says, "Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth." The spirit of the Lord's mouth are the prophets. Okay, prophesying about the destruction of this place. Okay, breaking down these scriptures. It says, "And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." That's the thermonuclear destruction that's going to destroy America, and what's going to take the so-called white man out of his power. Okay? It says, "Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan." Who is this talking about? Because it's definitely not talking about Satan, so it has to be talking about somebody else. It's talking about, obviously, Esau. And all you have to do, or the so-called white man, just look at his track record. He has done the most heinous, devilish acts to mankind on this planet Earth. It says, and with all, going back to verse 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness. That's Esau. It says, in them that perish. Let me read verse 10 again. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Now this is talking about the Israelites, okay? The ones that are deceived, okay, by the wonders and the signs that this so-called white man put out through witchcraft, okay, and have our people in awe and amazed to where they're looking at him as if he's the ultimate power. You see, it says that the day that's gonna perish are 2/3 of our people that believe in this man's system, okay, his way of life. The scriptures also refer to that as the image of the beast, okay. Now verse 11 is the point. It says, and for this cause the Most High shall send them. For what cause? For the cause is the Most High is going to cause delusion to come upon our people, because they don't, it says, they receive not the love of the truth. So how do one receive the love of the truth? By hearing the words, the understanding of the Bible, and believing in them. Okay, but the Most High didn't set the whole nation to believe in his words through the mouth of the prophets. You know, only the elect. Okay. I'll say this: only the elect is gonna believe unto the very end. The elect of the nation of Israel. Verse 11 again, it says, and for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. So Jake believes that, you know, so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American believes that they can receive justice somehow, some way in this system through voting. You know, which has never worked for us, okay? Or protesting, or in other words, marching. Another thing that has never worked for us, right? But Esau, they believe through these avenues that they can get across to this man in his mind, and that they can receive justice. And what then? Say if this so-called white man did change up some laws and made sure that the lives of so-called Negroes was protected, right? And gave people confidence in voting, and showed that through a demonstration of a march, shit can change. Then what? Then our people, they'll shut their mouths and go right back to being wicked, living a wicked lifestyle, you know. But it's telling you that because in these scriptures that I'm reading, because they love or receive not the love of the truth, that the Most High was going to send them, or has sent them, strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. And I'll stop right there. And there's other scriptures on it too. You know, it tells us in matter of fact, let me bring this out, Romans 11 and 7. Bring that out real quick. It says, what then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it. And what the nation of Israel is seeking for is the truth. Yet only the elect is going to obtain the truth. It says, and the rest were blinded. And who set out the blindness, or who blinded them? The Most High did. So in the beginning of this video, when I said our people are they're in the wrong mindset, they are in the wrong mindset. But the Most High made them or blinded them so that they would, remain in that wrong mindset. Now the Most High got everything covered. The big payback is coming. Okay, justice will be served, and it's not going to be served in the form of one or two Edomites or these different Edomites that had murdered so-called Negro, getting life in prison or getting the death penalty, or putting just individuals into certain offices inside of this wicked ass system to protect the rights of so-called blacks. Okay, that's not the justice that the Most High is going to bring, because in essence there really is you can't get justice inside of a wicked kingdom. This is a wicked place. Okay, America does not stand for justice, it stands for injustice. Okay, the Most High is going to bring the justice through fulfilling the prophecies of the scriptures. I want to get this scripture in the book of Ecclesiasticus, the 25th chapter and the 7th verse. This is the mindset that we should be in. Okay? It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that has joy of his children. And I'll say that I believe that our people, have the intention, definitely have the intentions to want to enjoy their children, though it may not be happening, or our people are bugged out. We suffering from the curses, right? But I believe the intention is there, that the intention that our people want to enjoy their children. Reading on, it says, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. That's the mindset that one should be in, and that's the mindset that the ones of us that have our eyes open, that know what's going on, we want to see this man go down completely. His whole system and the people that set up the system, which is Esau. Okay, the so-called white race of people. And they're gonna fall, and they're in the time of fall. They're falling right now, okay? And they're gonna fall completely. Their whole dominion and rulership, having white being privileged, okay? Having that upper hand in society, that's all about to be done away with. Okay, the Most High is about to destroy this place. And that's what one should be waiting for. That's true justice, that's true vengeance. Okay? For the ones that have done you wrong, murdered, raped them, or murdered and killed you, for you to pay them back in the same manner. Alright? Now from there, yeah, that's true mindset. To live to see the ones that's been oppressing you for shit, I'll just say over 500 years, going back, dealing with not only dealing with the so-called blacks, but also the Latin tribes. See these bastards pay, okay, with the payments that they gave out. How did they pay us? Or what did they do to us? They raped us, robbed us, murdered us, stole our land, took our heritage from us. You see? Now this is Revelation 15. This is what we hope to see. We looking forward to this. Revelation 15 and 2. It says, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues. For in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And that seventh plague is the destruction. Okay? The nuclear destruction that's going to take place here on this earth. And America's going to be the main place, or really the only place that gets completely annihilated with that thermonuclear warheads. Verse 2, it says, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast. Okay, we know what the beast is based upon reading Daniel, the 7th chapter. Talk about the four beasts. Okay, so the Roman Empire coming back in the form of America, NATO, and the EU, right? That Revelation talks about the beast was wounded but not unto death. So the beast is the Roman Empire in the form of NATO, EU, and America today. It says, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over his image, meaning this system, right? And over his mark, the ones that didn't take the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And that sea of glass is talking about when we are delivered in what these drones know here in America, or really around the world, as UFOs, but they're the chariots of Israel, because that's how we're going to be delivered from this nuclear destruction. The ones of us that are delivered, out of Babylon the Great, or anywhere else where the elect may be scattered around the world, where thermonuclear missiles may be, or warheads may drop or hit, okay? And but we're going to be beamed up into those ships. Lord willing, I'm of that number. So that's why I'm saying we'll be beamed up into those ships, because that's what we looking at. That's the mindset one is supposed to be in. To escape this, to watch this man fall and escape the destruction of the fall. Okay? So being beamed up, we'll be beamed up into those ships. The elect of the nation of Israel will. And we'll be looking down through the firmament. That's the ozone layer, as we all know it. Okay, the scripture call it the ozone layer is identified as the firmament of the heavens. Okay, and seeing through the ozone layer, the fire that's coming from Babylon the Great being destroyed through the thermonuclear destruction. Okay. And that's what that's talking about, and that's what we waiting to see. That's looking at the fall of our enemy right there. This man getting a big payback. Now I got some more scriptures, a few of them, and I'm going to wrap this up. This is Numbers 35 and 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So America, for prime example, is polluted, okay? Because the so-called white man shed the blood of the owners of this land, which the Most High gave this land to Gad, all right, Reuben, Issachar. He gave this land to them, right? And these Edomites shed their blood on their land. So the only way to cleanse this land is for their blood to be shed. The so-called white man has to pay on a national level. All right? The Most High is going to kill the shit out of these Edomites. Believe it or not. But it's going to happen. We believe it's going to happen. Because it's written in the scriptures. Say the only way this land can be cleansed is because Esau killed the people of this land, which is the so-called Native American Indians, so-called Seminole Indians. You know. So they have to be killed in order for this land to be cleansed. And the ultimate cleansing is going to come through that nuclear fire. Right? That's the mindset that these devils got to pay but through blood. Not through 1 or 2 or 3 or however many crackers getting locked up. You may be getting the death penalty or getting locked up for life. That ain't no justice. All right? Couple of more scriptures. Revelation 13:9. This is another thing. And this is something that a lot of jakes will tell you they don't want. Which is slaves. To put these bastards in chains. Right? And put a foot in their ass. And do unto them as they did unto us. Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. This is a basic, plain and simple scripture. The so-called white man led the so-called Negroes into captivity. And that's the head tribe. So I just stick to, which is the tribe of Judah. Right? I'll just stick to the head tribe. It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So the so-called white man led the tribe of Judah into captivity and killed them with the sword. You know, in a horrific manner. And it's saying that, and they did it, so it's going to be done unto them. They're going to go into captivity and they're going to be killed with the sword. We're going to be the sword. We're not going to need instruments of war. We're our spiritual extraterrestrial / celestial body is going to be the weapon. Okay? It says, here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So the mindset that we should have, which the elect is going to have this mindset, is to be patiently waiting and hoping for slavery and death and slavery to come upon these Edomites, the so-called white race of people. And the last scripture, I ended on this right here, the book of Obadiah. In the book of Obadiah, the 18th verse. All right, Obadiah 18, it says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining in the house of Esau, for the Lord, which is Yahweh, has spoken it. So at the end of this thing, after Esau served his time in captivity in the kingdom of heaven, the Most High is going to completely annihilate the whole race. Okay? Thus said the scripture. So Lord willing, this video was edifying. You know, that's the true justice that the Most High will bring. All right? He's going to bring death, destruction, and slavery. And that's what we're waiting upon. So once again, you know, I hope this video was edifying and exhorting onto the spirit. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory once again to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth through the Spirit, and peace and blessings unto the elect. Shalom.